When an adult child is taking care of their elderly parent, family dynamics are flipped on their head.
That child may feel like they're parenting their parent, and that can be difficult to navigate.
So tonight we're exploring those changes and getting advice from experts on how the sandwich generation can protect family relationships from strain. Gina Johnson lives the proverb, patience is a virtue.
I know I had my moments, especially this summer, where I was like, he just will not listen. He's not listening to a thing I'm saying.
She's talking about her father, John, and the collaborative effort it takes to care for her mother. She has a cognitive disease.
Right now, she can walk very little. It's minimal walking, not stable, so we have to make sure somebody's with her all of the time.
Jaretta's condition has deteriorated over the last 10 years. And Gina says it takes a village to make sure her dad feels support, even if that means taking on an advice-giving role.
Just trying to encourage to maybe look at things another way.
Mental health therapist Amy Dorton with Nebraska Medicine says this is something she sees in her patients.
You have to draw a boundary in, how much emotional energy you're going to put into the decisions that you might make that you might not agree with.
Dorton says making a plan for any future care and designating who is helping with decision making can eliminate some conflict.
There is only so much that people can do. There is only so much that we can ask of our adult parents at the end of the day.
And that doesn't just go for parents. Siblings can also disagree on the best option for their mom or dad.
And with your support system, if it's siblings, you all want to talk together. How is this going to work? And I think thinking of it as not a one and done, it's going to be a continuous conversation as things change throughout the journey too.
Julie Keidel with the Nebraska Alzheimer's Association says it's something that comes to their helpline all too often.
Think about how maybe you would want to be treated as well. There's a lot to put into it. It's not just I'm going to do this today. You're thinking about how to have this conversation.
Luckily for Gina, that's not something she has to worry about.
We've been on the same page with everything. There really hasn't been anything to disagree on at this point.
She says her family has figured out the best way to delegate.
Maybe I'm the caregiver.
And how to approach some topics.
I call my brother and I say, Jamie, say this to Dad. He listens to you, because he does. He listens to my brother more than me.
Now, Gina says overall, the shift in dynamics and the process of figuring out the best path forward for her mom is frustrating and sometimes sad. But she says it's worth it so she can keep having those special moments with her.
She gets to laughing. She gets, her humor's still there at this point. Sometimes we have no clue what she's laughing at, and then we start laughing and none of us know what we're laughing at, and it's just, that makes it good.
And Gina says her daughters don't have much of an idea of what their grandma was like before her disease took over. So she tells them stories about growing up when Jaretta was a teacher.
So hard for families. Right now on KETV.com, our stories on the series, The Sandwich Generation, and a guide on resources in Nebraska and Iowa if you are going through a similar situation or just starting on the caregiving journey.